Hello, so I'm out in the camper van, and at the moment I'm over in Wales, North Wales, and so I've just come to Llanfyfechan and just away from Anglesey. So I've been over in Anglesey, and if you can just see the van here, I've packed it all up obviously because I'm no longer camping. I'm heading back to Manchester, but what I thought I would do is to share some work of me just working probably not necessarily in the van. I'm probably going to go over in a minute. I'll turn the camera around so that you can see, and I'm just going to go over to the sea and to the beach, and I'm going to do a little bit of work that will be a combination of collage and mixed media. And I suppose really the point of this is really, I do a lot of this type of study. And you may think, oh, collage would be really difficult to do whilst you're away, whilst you're on holiday. That's Lexi, the squeaking you can hear. But the reality is that actually, as long as you've got a few papers, a glue stick, something to stick it onto, and a few mixed media, then it's pretty straightforward. And so I'm going to share that with you as a way of talking really about the ability to be fairly portable when we're doing some of our studies. So anyway, I'm going to turn the camera around now and share with you where I am first of all, and then get going with some studies. So there's Lexi attached to the van there. That's why she was making that noise. And if I swing the camera around, you'll see the other side or the edge of Llanfyfechan, and then the coast here, the wonderful sea. And looking in that direction, the land over the water there is Anglesey, and we are looking in the direction of Beaumaris. If I get closer to this wall, the wall is dividing us from the beach, and so as I get closer you'll be able to see the sandy beach and these rather lovely wind breaks, wave breaks in rather a battered state. And the clouds are rather spectacular as well. And it's actually, although it looks like a really sunny day, which it is, it's also still a little bit chilly. And that's kind of surprising for June, but there we are. And if I move around, you can see more of the sandy beach. And the breaks going all the way up the coast. And the landform there. So this is my equipment. So I've got a small sketchbook, chunky sketchbook. So I'm going to work on that. And then I've got just some collage papers and a Pritt stick and scissors. And then just a few different mixed media in this pot here. And I'm going to get going. And my view, just so that you can see, is here. I'm sheltering behind the wall, so that I don't make life difficult for myself, and we'll see how this works. So to start with, I'm going to use a maximum of 3 pieces of paper, maybe only 2, and I'm rather liking this colours of these things here, so I may do something like that actually. And I've just been rooting through and found those two are quite patterned, so I'm going to have something a little bit plainer, and I might just tear this bit not quite this way, and I might just have it so that it can be an impression of So the idea is that you, this is a sort of limit not labour approach, so you don't fiddle around, you just sort of make some decisions fairly quickly to stop you from overthinking. So it's not as gun-ho as it looks, but it's necessarily, some of them won't work, and you just do many of these types of studies, and they are really helpful for starting to reflect the place that you're studying, or whatever it is you're studying. And now I'm deciding on my 3 other media, because once I've got my collage, I'm deciding on some paint, an Inktense pencil, and maybe a woody, but I don't know yet. So I'm starting with the paint, and I'm just using my finger because I don't have any brushes with me. So this is just a phthalo blue gouache. Now I'm coming in with the Inktense pencil, using a yellow there, making marks, making dots, varying it, maximum of 3 for each one. And then finally I'm deciding now on a graphite stick, and I'm just creating these sort of simple marks. I'm deciding on a third. Here I go. Okay, so I'm going to do another one. I'm going to again put the elastic band around so it doesn't keep flapping in the wind. I've pulled out some papers that I might use. I've got this one which I quite like. I quite like that kind of, it's a kind of massive sandy beach which I kind of love. And I was also playing around with some papers and circling it, so I kind of like that because it reflects that bay effect. And so I'm going to get these two stuck down to start with, and then think about my third piece. You can use 2 or 3 pieces on these double pages. I wouldn't use any more than that. On a 1 page I'd only use 1 piece. And so I'm sort of trying with this third piece now, and I'm deciding on using this pattern paper, which is really thin and a bit more tricky to stick down, but I really like the line and that angle to reflect those wave breaks. And now I'm choosing my media, so I'm using some gouache, an Inktense pencil, and this time some compressed charcoal. And I'm mixing the gouache to create a lighter blue, because this is quite a dark blue. And I have to improvise because I don't have any water spray, so I'm flicking water over to give that kind of looseness of sky and sea. And then I'm using my compressed charcoal. You may see that it reflects the line of the steps and of the land. And now I'm coming in using the Inktense pencil. There is my second piece. And this, to an extent, is the view that I'm looking at. Okay, so this is my next one. For this one, I'm going to keep with this plain colour because I really like it, and it reflects the colour of part of the colour of the sea. And then I've just got these 2 strips, this strip here, which is a long thin one, and then I'm going to do something like that. So I'm just going to get these quickly stuck down. So just getting these papers stuck down quickly, as usual, and making sure that the page can bend, then adding these different shapes of the same paper. And then I'm going to again use 3 media, using a woody, a crayon and an Inktense pencil. Getting started with the woody, again being inspired by those breaks, and then using the blue for sand, for sea and for sky, and then using different marks with the Inktense pencil. So these are one of a number of types of studies that I do, and as you can see, it's a pretty mobile type of approach using the collage. So if you're going away on holiday and were thinking of doing my new collage course, your collage compositions, and thought it's not going to work because I'm going to be away, then as you can see, collage does lend itself to being taken out and about. And whether or not you actually do the studies on location, or you just want to take materials with you to do the studies and you do it in your wherever you are set up, then that's all of those things are possible. And I think one of the nice things about doing some of the studies on location, though, is you've got that connection to the place, and it kind of cements that sort of memory, which is really nice. And as I say, this is the sort of type of study where you do many of these to get your eye in. Some work better than others, and it's a very loose, expressive approach, and that's kind of the point, so that you don't get overthinky. So anyway, thanks very much for watching. Please do like and subscribe if you aren't already, and please comment if you so wish, and I'll catch you next time. And again, I'll put the link to the collage course in the notes should you want to check that out. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.